Good morning, and welcome to your AIDailyPress morning podcast for August 6, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. We have several significant developments to cover today, so let's dive right in. Firstly, in South Asia, protests are gaining momentum in Pakistan against the government's policies, particularly concerning reforms in the entrance examination system. Meanwhile, in Afghanistan, the Taliban regime is facing its first organized armed resistance since taking power nearly 5 years ago, led by the Afghanistan United Front under former top Afghan military official Sami Sadat. Their first operation targeted the Taliban's main police headquarters in Kandahar. Additionally, the U.S. government has exempted India and Pakistan from a new visa policy requiring refundable deposits of up to $15,000 for B1 business and B2 tourist visas, sparking curiosity about why these countries were spared while others, like Bangladesh and Nepal. In financial news, the Federal Reserve Chairman has provided insights into the central bank's approach to market guidance and task force appointments. The chairman emphasized making informed decisions without surprising markets, including the vetting process for task force members like Mark Andreessen, who has been involved in substantial political spending. This move aims to reassure the public of the committee's independence and commitment to an unbiased assessment of AI's economic effects. However, investment experts expressed concerns about risks associated with regime changes and potential biased assessments. Lastly, in a closely watched primary election, Abdul El-Sayed has won the Michigan Democratic Senate primary. El-Sayed, a progressive candidate and former Detroit health director, narrowly defeated moderate Representative Haley Stevens by a single percentage point. This sets the stage for a general election showdown against Republican candidate Mike Rogers in November, with significant implications for the balance of power in Washington. El-Sayed's campaign focused on healthcare, economic inequality, and environmental protection, resonating with many voters. As the general election approaches, El-Sayed aims to unite Democrats and appeal to independent voters, while Rogers is expected to focus on his conservative credentials and congressional experience. These stories will continue to unfold, and we will provide updates and analysis as more information becomes available. Let me repeat that these are developing stories, and we will keep you informed as the situation evolves. To the best of our knowledge, these reports are accurate based on the information available at this time. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. First, NASA has announced that it will be using Tesla Cybertrucks as backup emergency escape vehicles at upcoming SpaceX launches. This decision raises questions about safety concerns, given the vehicle's history of recalls and issues with meeting pedestrian and vehicle safety regulations in Europe and the UK. Next, a small Texas law firm with ties to the Trump administration has been awarded a $150 million contract to provide legal representation for thousands of unaccompanied migrant children in government custody. This move has sparked controversy among legal service providers, who allege that the administration is attempting to withhold funds from previous contracts and gain access to confidential information about the migrant children. Lastly, a delicate situation is unfolding in southern Lebanon, where Israeli airstrikes have resulted in casualties. The international community is closely monitoring the situation, emphasizing the need for restraint and a commitment to diplomatic efforts to prevent further escalation. We invite you to share your thoughts on these developments with us. Do you think the Cybertruck is a suitable replacement for NASA's traditional escape vehicles? What are your concerns about the contract awarded to Burke Law Group? And how do you think the international community should respond to the situation in Lebanon? Let us know in the comments and on social media using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. Now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Despite a strong revenue growth of $4.8 billion, exceeding analysts' forecasts, and a narrowed loss of $541 million, investors are concerned about the company's massive investment in artificial intelligence, totaling $2.8 billion in the second quarter. This significant spend has raised eyebrows among investors, who question whether it will yield the desired returns to justify SpaceX's whopping $1.5 trillion valuation. The lockup expiration on Thursday may add further downward pressure on the stock as up to 50 million shares become eligible for sale. As we navigate this uncertain landscape, it's essential to remain cautious and monitor developments closely. In other news, the U.S. stock market experienced a significant surge on Wednesday, with the Dow Jones Industrial Average hitting a record close amidst the release of SpaceX's earnings report. Retail investors flocked to buy the dip, purchasing a net $1.47 million worth of SpaceX shares in the first hour of trading, sparking optimism among investors. Meanwhile, Advanced Micro Devices reported its quarterly earnings, with shares falling slightly due to concerns over revenue growth. The Federal Reserve's potential rate hike and inflation pressures remain key factors influencing market trends. As the situation unfolds, it's crucial for investors to adapt to changing market conditions. In response to the ongoing volatility, investors are turning their attention to dividend-paying stocks as a way to build passive income. The WisdomTree U.S. Total Dividend ETF has outperformed the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF by roughly 3% year-to-date with substantially less volatility. To succeed in dividend investing, it's essential to consider factors such as payout ratio, free cash flow, sector diversification, and dividend growth history. In conclusion, today's market is characterized by uncertainty and volatility. As investors, it's vital to remain vigilant, monitor developments closely, and adapt to changing market conditions. By doing so, we can make informed decisions and navigate the challenges of the current landscape. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Lewis. Firstly, scientists have discovered a cosmic ray proton pevitron known as LHAASOJ 1912+1017, which is accelerating particles to incredibly high energies. This phenomenon has opened up new avenues for research into the high-energy universe and serves as a reminder of the vast and unexplored wonders that await us in the cosmos. The National Science Foundation's Daniel K. Inouye Solar Telescope has captured the most detailed images of the Sun's surface to date, revealing a complex and dynamic landscape with feathery patterns and small-scale swirls at the edges of magnetic areas. This discovery marks a significant step forward in our understanding of solar and stellar plasma dynamics and will help scientists better track coronal mass ejections that can trigger solar storms and disrupt Earth's communications systems. Lastly, NASA's Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope is set to launch on August 10th and will not only study dark matter and dark energy, but also play a crucial role in protecting Earth from potentially hazardous asteroids. With its wide-angle, 2.4-megapixel infrared camera, the Roman Space Telescope can detect asteroids as small as 10 feet across and will join forces with other telescopes to form a robust defense team. These discoveries remind us of the interconnectedness of scientific discovery and planetary protection. As we continue to explore the universe, it's essential to acknowledge our responsibility to care for Earth while pushing the boundaries of cosmic knowledge. By embracing this synergy, we can unlock the secrets of the universe while ensuring the long-term sustainability of our home planet. Now, for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Today, we'll be summarizing 3 thought-provoking articles that explore the world of sports, coaching, and puzzles. Firstly, we examine the challenges facing New York Giants coach John Harbaugh as he leads his team into the new NFL season. With a predicted 7 wins, the Giants are expected to show significant improvement from their lackluster performance last year. We also touched on the expectations surrounding quarterback Jackson Dart and the team's moderate schedule. In our second article, we delved into the intriguing world of puzzles, specifically the New York Times connections and strands. These brain teasers require strategic thinking, linguistic expertise, and creativity, making them a fascinating challenge for puzzle enthusiasts. We analyzed the latest hints and answers, including the sports edition of Connections, which features categories like yellow pitcher stat sheet and blue NFL teams. Lastly, we discussed the story of redemption and perseverance in the face of adversity, as Green Bay Packers coach Matt LaFleur's counterpart, Matt LaFleur's nemesis. Actually, it was about Matt LaFleur's. No, that is not correct. Actually, it was an article on how to separate the aesthetic from the athletic when evaluating a coach's performance, using the example of Packers coach Matt LaFleur. These articles offer a unique blend of sports analysis, puzzle-solving insights, and thought-provoking commentary. Whether you're a sports enthusiast or a puzzle aficionado, we invite you to tune in to our podcast for in-depth discussions and expert analysis. And now, let's move on to our next segment. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. First, we have the story of Joshua Wong, a former Hong Kong activist who has been sentenced to 10 months in prison for participating in an unauthorized assembly. This case has sparked concerns about the erosion of democratic freedoms in Hong Kong. Next, we're heading to Los Angeles, where actress Sydney Sweeney is making waves with her new lingerie brand, Surin. The brand's latest campaign features Sweeney in a stunning lace bra and fur-trimmed robe, exuding old Hollywood glamour. What's interesting about this story is how Sweeney's commitment to her craft and her passion for preserving tradition while forging new paths is inspiring a new generation of entrepreneurs. Last but not least, we're taking a culinary journey to Rome's San Giovanni neighborhood, where a small trattoria called Santo Palato is drawing serious food buffs from around the world. This family-run eatery is a must-visit for anyone looking to experience authentic Roman cuisine with a modern twist. From classic favorites to innovative creations, Chef Sarah Ciccolini's culinary expertise will take you on a gastronomic journey through the unknown territories of Italian cuisine. These stories may seem unrelated at first glance, but they all share a common thread: the power of human creativity and resilience. Whether it's fighting for democratic freedoms, building a brand from scratch, or mastering the art of cuisine, these individuals are pushing boundaries and inspiring us to do the same. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. Can we talk about the latest news and entertainment? I've got 3 stories to share with you this morning. First up, there's been a disturbing incident involving Perez Hilton, who appeared to harm himself during a TikTok livestream. The platform quickly shut it down, and his account has been banned for violating community guidelines. Our thoughts are with him and his family as he receives medical care. In more uplifting news, Beyoncé and Jay-Z have dropped a surprise remix of her song, Morning Dew Donk, which is part of the 20th anniversary edition of her album B-Day. The track features some provocative new lyrics, including a confident verse from Jay-Z. This power couple never fails to deliver, and fans are loving this new collaboration. Last but not least, the latest season of Ted Lasso has woven in a storyline that highlights Taylor Swift's record-breaking Eras Tour. The show's writers were inspired by Swift's impact on popular culture and created a narrative where one of her backup singers helps a local boutique go viral on social media. It's a heartwarming nod to female empowerment and the power of women supporting each other in business and beyond. So, if you haven't checked out the new season of Ted Lasso yet, what are you waiting for? It's available now on Apple TV Now. For the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, an oil spill off the coast of Oman has sparked widespread concern, with a Shadow Fleet tanker leaking oil into the Arabian Sea for over a month. This incident underscores the risks associated with Russia's ghost fleet and the imperative to protect our planet's ecosystems. Secondly, the Toronto Zoo has welcomed a new pygmy hippo calf, marking a significant event in conservation efforts for this endangered species. Lastly, the debate surrounding Singapore's Maju forest highlights the challenges of balancing development with environmental concerns, emphasizing the importance of preserving urban forests as essential public health infrastructure. As we delve into these stories, we're reminded of our responsibility towards preserving biodiversity and supporting initiatives that protect our planet's precious ecosystems. Join us throughout the day for in-depth analysis and updates on these critical issues. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.